Back home, when we leave for the northern countries, it's to make money.
I think this movie was sharing a really vital message in a both direct and gentle way. I think that you really appeal to the audience by, showing these large landscapes that we sort of felt like a fly on the wall. And I think it was really conveyed to me that the world is really, really vast and we are just, as humans, just a really small part of that. And it made me want to take action and sort of rethink my own interactions with the environment and how I can work with the environment to make our world a better place.
A very powerful message about the state of colonization and poverty. And while it had a very dark message, it also was very uplifting in the sense that um, while those on top may bring you down materialistically, they may claim everything as theirs. The one thing they can't take from you is your identity, who you are, your consciousness. Uh, and I thought that was very impactful because a lot of us, we see what others have over us, and it's very easy to, want to be in that same position, to have those things because you don't have it. But at the end of the day, the one thing they can't take from you is who you are. And finding solace in that is probably one of the very few ways you can achieve actual happiness. Uh, Embracing and accepting who you are and cherishing that fact. I thought that was a very beautiful message.
A really vital perspective on resources and community that we have largely lost as a society in our modern times. And I think the film did so in a poignant way through its usage of classical music and traditional dress, as well as the really stark, beautiful natural environment that this film took place in. And I think having the animal by this individual's side as he shared his perspective and musical performance was important because of his comparison to how animals share their territories and their vital resources. And I think that this is a film and message that's important for a lot of people to hear because in this time we've become so precious and law driven in terms of defining what possessions and territory is ours and asserting control over that in a way that is specific, yet I don't think conducive, as this film speaks about, to actually providing all of us as citizens with what we each need in a way that is fair and just.
It starts off strong right out of the gate. I love the definition of wealth and poverty here. It's not one that a lot of people hear, but I think they need to because it's so thought provoking. The entire narrative is actually, and it's delivered beautifully. And on top of that, we get this gorgeous music and photography, and it all comes together so well.
I really like the contrast of the backdrop versus what was being said. Not that there was really a disconnect between the two, but it just felt like an interesting pairing.
As the music crack, Salvador is playing a lovely piece by Bach. So you have the picture of Salvador in indigenous garb, Canadian indigenous garb, I believe, and he's playing this lovely piece of Bach in this snow and tundra. It all comes together quite nicely, and there's a voiceover which tells Salvador's story, and it really details the life of agricultural workers from Central America in Canada, which is a long way from home.
The opening shot, I thought that that was just stunning and really, really well done. I loved the music too in this. I thought that it was perfectly chosen, and I liked the way that they incorporated the piano. That was very clever and very smart. The voiceover was great. He had such a lovely timbre to his voice, and it was awesome. I thought that that was great too. Sorry, checking my notes. Oh, husky, adorable. That's definitely an awe factor right there. It was really, really well done. And nice special effects too with all of this. Great editing to keep it moving at a good pace.
I loved the setting in terms of having the husky there and the piano covered in fur, and then the music playing with the voiceover kind of reflecting on the impact of human and society on different like cultural, societal, and also environmental impacts. I loved the footage of like the husky just dancing around happily in the snow. I think it did a great job of contrasting with the words and the messages that were being said and really putting it into perspective.